Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama.
Preeti is asking, did you go live?
Mataji, tell that we did it.
Yeah, I did. I told.
Okay.
Okay, let's just wait a couple minutes. I don't see anybody else. Oh, I have to now share that link, right?
Mama, should I am doing that. Mama, should I sing Hare Krishna? Which tune should I sing? Janvi Harrison? What's her tune again? Give a second, Mataji.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Daddy, everyone's here.
Oh, you sent the link?
Oh, I did it in a wrong.
Okay, let's just wait a couple of minutes until people join. Let me change my name. Hare Krishna, Bhavna Mata, is Bharat Prabhu joining?
Hare Krishna Mataji, yes, he joined 5 minutes.
Okay, Mata, I just was making sure how many of us are here.
Yeah.
Let me quickly share my screen. We are already live. So sorry, Nitin Nasim Prabhu, you have a long wait there. I'm sorry about that.
No problem, Mataji.
Just waiting to see if devotees join.
Yes, ma'am.
And today we are doing the last 3 shlokas from Canto 1. And next week we will be starting, hopefully by Krishna, Guru and Guru Gauranga's mercy, with Canto 2. Yeah, at last we are doing one canto. Okay. Let's maybe, okay, there's just 3 participants. Let's start with the invocation prayers. I don't want to keep everybody waiting. Let me see. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Oh, maybe not. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, Mataji. We can see
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yeah, we can try to recite the invocation prayers. If anybody would like to, or I can do it also.
Shall I do Mataji with your permission?
Yeah, please go ahead, Prabhupada.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pakshata Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. You can see my screen still, right? The PowerPoint?
Yes, we can see,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just saying if Prabhu is going to join, or we can maybe revise last week verse. So anybody would like to recite this verse, please?
Shall I do it, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead. We only 4 of us, so we'll just take turns.
Kamam vavarsh parjanya sarva kama dugamai Shishichum sma vrajam gava payosho dashvatir mudam.
Yeah, anybody has an idea what this verse is talking about, like we discussed last time? Kamam Vavarsha means
Rain.
yeah, rain, Parjanya, and Sarva Kama Dugha Mahi. So Sishichu Sma Vrajan Gavaha Payaso Dhasvatir Buddha. So this is describing how everything was so prosperous, right? During the time Yudhishthira was ruling. So all Kamam Vavarsha, all the material desires, like, all kinds of material requirements or needs were all fulfilled. Sarva Kama Dugha Mahi. And all the land, Mahi was referring to the land, I think. So everything was there. All kinds of needs, were met for all the citizens. Sishichusma Vrajan Gavaha Payaso Dhasvatir Buddha. So even the cows, like, they were so happy, and they were actually, their milk bags were full, and they were actually watering the grass with the milk. Actually, that's what it says. In happiness, Buddha. Very nice. Let's read Prabhupada's translation. During the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, the cloud showered all the water that people needed, and the earth produced all the necessities of man in profusion. Due to its fatty milk bag and cheerful attitude, the cow used to moisten the grazing ground with milk. So nice, right? Okay. Next, we will revise this one. Anybody would like to recite this very important verse?
Bhavadvida bhagavata tirthabhuta swayam vibhu tirthi kurbanti tirthani swantastena gadavrita.
I want to explain, Mataji, this verse.
I'll try, Mataji. Bhavadvida bhagavatas. Bhagavatas are the devotees of Lord Krishna. So Bhavadvidha.
Like you? Yeah.
No, Mataji. Means Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibhu, like the devotees of Lord Krishna, the pure devotees of Lord Krishna are just like the holy place, as they have the potency to purify the whole atmosphere, even the place which is not a pilgrimage. Even they convert that place also into a place of pilgrimage. So, if
Why?
we
Why are they also they considered as a place of pilgrimage, and they also make every place they visit Tithi
because
Kurvan?
because as in the last time it is mentioned Swanta Stena Gada Bhuta. Gada Bhuta refers to Lord Krishna and Swa means own, so Anta inside means Sthena means Sthit means the Lord is present in their heart, the heart of Lord devotees always. So that's why they have that potency.
Yeah, so nice verse. The pure devotees of the Lord, they carry the holy dham, right? We experience that.
Thank you.
That's what Prabhupada said. My Lord, devotees like yours, good self, are very holy, verily holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places into places of pilgrimage. Jai. Okay. Let's do this verse. Anybody would like to recite this verse, please? Yeah, Bharat Prabhuji, please go ahead.
सहस्तानि सहस्तानाम् अपदानि चतुष्पदां फल्गुनि तत्र महतां जीवो जीवस्य जीवनम्.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't give the context. So anybody knows when was this verse spoken by whom to whom? Who is being glorified like this? Anybody recall from the last class?
Narad Muni Mataji. Conversation
I
between
had
Narad
told the wrong one as Narad Muni, and your sister corrected me.
Sud Goswami. Not getting.
Oh. Okay. Who came and, this is the chapter like Dhritarashtra leaves home. So who came to advise him?
Vidura.
Yeah. Vidura came to advise him. So that time when Vidura comes, Yudhishthira is actually glorifying Vidura like this, right? He says that you carry, because Vidura went on a pilgrimage, right? Everywhere. So he
Mataji, this was the last verse he was asking, like who spoke. His previous verse that we did this one, Bhagavad Gita.
This one?
Means we were discussing that verse, no? Next verse, like Ahastani, Sahastanam. So we thought that you are asking in this.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that, Prabhuji.
That is movement of cursor. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was referring to this one.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this verse, yes, Prabhuji, you're right. Like this one, Narada Muni is trying to explain to Yudhishthir because he is very worried, right? What will happen to his uncles and, how will they take care? So at that time, you want to explain this verse, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, sure.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So like Ahastani Sahastanam, like a bigger living entity take the lower living entity, like two hands.
Okay,
The
Ahastani.
person
Hasta means what?
with hands.
Okay.
Ahastani, no
Ahastani
hands.
means?
Many hands.
Ahastani means?
No hand, no hand.
Okay, very nice. Sahastana means?
Many hands.
With hands. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Yes. So
The
like
next line.
yeah, apadani means with no feet, who has no feet. Padani means feet. Apadani, no feet. Chatuspadam, having four legs, 4 feet.
So
And
four-legged are who?
like animals like tiger, lion, or
animals.
yeah,
Yeah, very nice. And apadani are who usually?
like water animals, aquatics.
Yeah, and what is like apadani referred to? Like the living entities that do not move at all.
Yes.
They are sitting in one place. So
Tree,
what are the...
we can say.
Sorry, Prabhu?
Tree.
Yeah,
Mm.
trees, bushes, shrubs, plants like that, right? They
Very
don't
low
move.
consciousness.
Yeah, they don't move. So the animals, they eat them, right? Like that,
Yes,
apadana.
Mataji.
Very nice, Prabhu. Yeah. Next one, Prabhu. This was the thing you were referring to earlier, right?
Yes.
Next slide. Hmm.
Falguni Tatra Mahatam.
Yeah, Phalguni means, like you said earlier, the weak people, right? The weak.
Weak people, yeah.
Yeah. Tatra Matam are controlled
Strong
by who?
peoples.
Yeah, strong. Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. So Jivo Jivasya Jiva. So one living entity is the food for another living. Very nice, Prabhuji.
Mm.
So Ahastani, Sahastana. Ahastani is referring to who? Yeah, this verse. Animals, they have only 4 legs, right? Like they have
Yes.
legs. Some animals use, like their limbs as arms, but mostly
Yes.
it's used as legs, right? So
Yes,
it's
Mataji.
referring to animals. Sahasthanam, human beings have arms. So, hands like that. So it's referring to that kind of that. So human beings, they, they overpower or rule over animals, and animals rule over apadani, like the trees, plants, shrubs, like that. And then, like in the similar vein, the mighty rule over the weak. So that way, everybody's one person is the food for the other living entity. Then Nityanarasimha Prabhu had asked a question. So, is this verse trying to say that human beings can take to meat eating? But Prabhupada actually explains beautifully in the purport, right? Human life is for God realization, and we should look up to higher things in life. So, not be on this animalistic level. So this is on an animalistic level, kind of. Okay. Those who are devoid of hands are prey for those who have hands. Those devoid of legs are prey for the 4-legged. The weak are the subsistence of the strong, and the general rule holds that one living being is food for another. So that's like a general rule. But for human beings, we should use our intelligence, right? Let's go to the verse for today. So this verse is also another famous verse. So this is, I think the chapter is titled Punishment and Reward of Kali. And this verse is quoted by Sutta Goswami. Does anybody want to volunteer to repeat after me, please? Any volunteers?
Yes, I will volunteer, Mataji. if no one
Yeah,
is
sure.
there.
Thanks so much, bro. Sutta Vacha
Suto vacha
Abhyarthitas
abhyartitas
Tadatasmai
tadatasmai
Abhyarthitas Tadatasmai Sthanani
sthanani
Kalaye Dadau
kalaye dadau
Sthanani
sthanani
Kalaye Dadau
kalaye dadau
Dyutam Panam
yutam panam
Striya Suna
striyasuna
Yatra Dharmaschaturvidhaha
yatra dharmaschaturvidam
Dyutam Panam Striya Suna
yutam panam striyasuna
Yatra Dharmaschaturvidhaha.
yatra dharmaschaturvidam.
Again, we repeat line by line. Abhyarthitas tasmai.
Abhyartitastada tasmai
Abhyarthitas tasmai.
Abhyartitastada tasmai
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
sthanani kalaye dadau
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
sthanani kalaye dadau
Dyutam panam striya suna.
yutam panam striyasuna
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Yatra dharmas chaturvida.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Yatra dharmas chaturvida.
Suta uvacha.
Sutau vacha.
Abhyarthitastada tasmai.
Abhyartitastada tasmai.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Yatra dharmas chaturvida.
Abhyarthitastada tasmai.
Abhyartitastada tasmai.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Yatra dharmas chaturvida.
Abhyarthitastada tasmai.
Abhyartitastada tasmai.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Sthanani kalaye dadau.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yutam panam striya suna.
Yatra dharmaschaturvidha.
Yatra dharmas chaturvida.
Any words stand out to you, Prabhuji, here?
Sthanani. Sthanani. Abhyartas. First line Abhyartitas. No clue, Mataji.
No problem. Yeah, whatever words you're able to identify,
Yeah.
it will help.
Yeah.
Sthanani.
Sthanani. Location, Mataji. Where
Yeah,
this
very
is
nice. Places or location. Very
places.
nice, Prabhu.
Kalaya means maybe Kali Yuga.
Very nice, Prabhu. Yeah.
Thou means them. Tyutam. Tyutam, very familiar word. Tyutam. Panam means eating, Mataji, or drinking?
Drinking, yeah, panam. Very nice.
Drinking. Tyutam, again not getting. Striya means ladies. Suna, again don't know. Yatra dharma. Dharma means
Yatra dharma. So yatra adharmas.
yeah. Where adharma is there?
Chaturvidha.
Four ways are there. 4 ways of adharmas are there. This much
Very
I
nice,
know.
Prabhu. So these 4 places are the 4 places of irreligion, right? So
Okay.
yeah,
It's
Dyutam
talking about
Panam
4
Strayas.
regulative principles, Mataji.
In one
Or-
sense.
Okay. And what is Dyutam, Mataji?
Dyutam is like gambling.
Okay.
Panam drinking. Striya is like,
ill-
with women, this thing. Suna is meat eating.
Oh, Suna is.
Yeah, Yatra Dharmas Chaturvidha. So, there are 4 places of irreligion. So, when Kali, begs for forgiveness and he asks Parikshit Maharaj, like, please allow me to stay somewhere like that. So, Parikshit Maharaj gives these 4 places for him to stay. But then, is he happy?
No.
No, he's not happy because he knows that nothing like this will happen in his kingdom. So he's like, oh my God, you're just shooing me away. You're not protecting me. And then, Parikshit Maharaj says, okay, you will also be there where there's gold. Where people have gold, you will be residing there. Kali will be there. Okay, we'll see the translation and synonyms by Srila Prabhupada. Let me just make the font a little readable. Yeah. Anybody would like to read the synonyms and the translation, please? Any volunteers?
Okay. Bharat Prabhu, you want to go ahead, please?
No, Prabhu, it's fine. Like, you can go, please.
So should I read, Mataji, word to word meaning?
Yeah, please.
Suto vacha. Suta Goswami said, Abhyartitaha, thus being petitioned, tada, at that time, tasmai, unto him, sthanani, places, Kalaye, to the personality of Kali, Dadao, gave him permission. Jutam, gambling. Panam, drinking. Striya, illicit association with women. Suna, animal slaughter. Yatra, wherever. Adharma, sinful activities. Chatuvida, 4 kinds of. Translation. So the Goswami said, Maharaja Parikshit, thus being petitioned by the personality of Kali, gave him permission to reside in places where gambling, drinking, prostitution, and animal slaughter were performed. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Let's move on to the next verse for today. This also is another very, beautiful verse. And in this verse, actually the sages of Naimishara, so when Suta Goswami explains all this, things that happened to Parikshit Maharaj thus far, and he says how, Parikshit Maharaj tamed Kali and did all those things. At the time, the sages, they glorify Suta Goswami and say, and then they recite this verse in the praise of Suta Goswami. So this is the verse, and this also is another very famous verse. Any volunteers who would like to recite after me, please?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Tulayama
Tulayama
lavenapi.
lavenapi.
Tulayama
Tulayama
lavenapi.
lavenapi.
Nasvargam
Nasvargam
napunarbhavam.
nahunarbhavan.
Nasvargam
Nasvargam
napunarbhavam.
napunarbhavam.
Bhagavat sangi
Bhagavat Sangi
sangasya
Sangasya
martyanam
Martyanam
kim utashishaha.
Kim utasishaha.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya
martyanam
Martyanam
kim utashishaha.
Kim utashisaha.
Yeah, 1 second, Prabhu. Anjaneya Anita Mataji, you raised your hand. You have a question, Mata?
No, Mataji. Can I read the shloka?
Yeah, I'll give you a turn, surely. Who is this? Anjaneya? Your name is Anjaneya?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Oh, very nice. You have Hanuman's name. And
Yeah.
Revati Mataji, we are doing one more shloka. If you can recite that one, it will be very great, Mataji. Sorry, I didn't see your message.
Oh, no
earlier.
problem, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hare
thank you. Yeah. Let's recite this line by line, Srinivas Prabhuji.
Okay, ma'am.
Tulayamala venapi.
Tulayama lavenapi.
Tulayamala venapi.
Tulayama lavenapi.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya.
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya.
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Martyanam kim utasishaha.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Martyanam kim utasishaha.
Tulayamala venapi.
Tulayama lavenapi.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya.
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Tulayamala venapi.
Tulayama lavenapi.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Nasvargam na punarbhavam.
Bhagavat sangi sangasya.
Bhagavat Sangi Sangasya.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Martyanam kim utashishaha.
Very nice recitation, Prabhu. Very beautiful. Any words stand out to you? I mean, this is a very famous verse. So anybody, if they are familiar with the verse, please share your thoughts and realizations, please.
So Tula means weighing, right? Weighing
Mhm.
machine to balance, right? So lava means it's a kshanam, moment, right? Lava kshanam.
Very
So,
nice. Yes, Prabhu.
and swargam is heavenly.
Mhm.
Na punar bhavam. It's na punar bhavam is liberation from matter.
Mhm.
And Bhagavad Sangi is a devotee.
Mhm.
Martya Sangyasya is an association.
Mhm.
Martya Nam means death, meant for, okay. And
Mortals.
Kim Uta Shisha is kind of, Kim means it's what, and Uta means beacon.
Mhm.
Ashisha means maybe a benediction or Ashirvad.
Yeah, Kim. So it's like a rhetoric. Very nice, Prabhu. You literally translated the whole verse. So in this verse, they are speaking the. Do you want to summarize in Prabhuji? This what you just said now.
So basically, though, I think what this sloka means is those who have an association of a devotee even for a second or minute. So that cannot be. I think they attain the heavenly planets, and so it's more than the death. That's the whole meaning of it. So if you have an association of a devotee even for a second, you will attain a liberation. So which is, and those are more than the benedictions which you get in the material world. I think that's
Yeah, you kind of touched upon the meaning nicely, Prabhu. But there's a slight difference in the meaning. But very nice, Prabhuji. Very nicely you explained the words and everything. Anybody else wants to take a jab at the meaning of this verse, please? Okay, Anjaneya, do you want to try what this verse means?
Yeah, so Bhagavat Sangi means devotee of the Lord, and then Sangasya means association. So the association with the devotee of the Lord. And Uta is speaking. And Swargam is the heavenly planets. And now is never. That's all I know, Mataji.
Jai, very nice. That was a great try. Nitin Nasim Prabhu, do you want to share?
Yes, Mataji, like what I means meaning of this sloka is we cannot compare with the association of pure devotees with the Swarga Loka, means with the upper planetary systems, or basically means association of devotees is so means important than getting the heavenly planets. That's what I understand.
Yeah, very nice, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. That's what it actually means. So it says Tulayama Lavenapi. So it's not you cannot compare what the Lavenapi means. Even one moment of association, Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya. Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya means association of a pure devotee of the Lord. You cannot compare that, even the one moment of association with any of the the happiness or the bliss you find. Na swargam na punarbhavam. So even in heavenly planets, or even when you get liberated, even if you are aspiring for liberation, or for heavenly planet, but that happiness or that bliss is nothing compared to the bliss or the happiness you get when you actually get even one moment, lavenapi, one moment of association with the pure devotee of the Lord. So very nice, beautiful verse.
And one more thing which I want to probably just what I understood from Bhagavat means Bhagwan, right, Mataji? And Sangi is who has association with Bhagwan. So maybe it's a literal, but if you take translation as it is, like Sanskrit or Hindi, Bhagavat Sangi is a person who is associated with God. Mataji, is that correct understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. Bhagavad Sangi, Prabhupada is translating as devotee of the Lord. So devotee of the Lord, they associate with the Lord in any of the forms of the devotional service, right? 9 forms we have seen. So they associate with the Lord in any form, like, more than one form also maybe. So like that, you're correct, Prabhuji. It means that who are associated with the Lord in some way, like in devotion. So in short, Prabhupada gives devotee of the Lord. Very nice. Mataji, or who was the other person? Anjaneya, do you want to read this translation, the synonyms and translation, please?
Okay, Mataji. Synonyms. Tolayama, to be balanced with. Lavena, by a moment. Api, even. Na, never. Swargam, heavenly planets. Na, nor. Apuna bhavam, liberation from matter. Bhagavat Sangi, devotee of the Lord. Sangasya, of the association. Martyanam, those who are meant for death. Kim, what is there? Uta, to speak of. Ashisha, worldly benediction. Translation. The value of the moment's association with the devotee of the Lord cannot even be compared to the attachment of attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. And what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. Hare Krishna.
Jai, very nice. Such a beautiful verse, right? So how much we need to value devotee association, right? It's not very, it's not a cheap thing. If we get devotee association, we should take complete advantage of, the devotee association and try to benefit, right? It's so valuable. Like there is also this verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which, kind of emphasizes the same point and says that the worst thing that can happen to a devotee is to lose the association of devotee. It's even worse than, like death itself. So when you lose devotee association, that's like the worst thing that can happen to you, kind of. So that's explaining the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So devotee association is very, very valuable, and that's what will keep us, in bhakti, in the path of bhakti. So we need to be very careful when dealing with devotees and make sure that we also take, like association of devotees and advance in spiritual life. Very nice. Yeah. Everybody contributed so beautifully. It makes the discussion more interesting, right? Yeah.
Mataji, similar sloka is there. I don't remember. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi, Lava Matra, Sadhu Sangha. Is it similar like that, Mataji?
Yes. Same thing, Prabhu. The same thing.
Means importance of getting association of devotees. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu. Very nice. Thank you for bringing up that verse. Yeah, this is let's try to read this verse. I think this is from the last chapter of the first canto. And in this, at this point of time, Parikshit Maharaj is actually getting ready, to leave his body. He is not bothered really by anything, like the Takshak bird coming to him or anything. So he is like very much prepared to leave his body. So at that time, this verse is spoken. And let's try to recite this verse. Any volunteers, like Revati Mataji, would you like to recite, please?
Yes, Mataji, I can try. Yeah.
Tam mopayatam pratiyantu vipra ganga cha devi dhrita chittam ishe dvijopasrishtaha
Dvijopasrishtaha
Kuhakas
Kuhakas
Takshako va
Takshako va
Dashatvalam
Dashatvalam
Gayata
Gayata
Vishnugatha.
Vishnugatha.
Okay, this we can sing it in this meet. Any words are difficult, like Dvijo Pasrishtaha?
Yeah, I find this difficult.
Yeah, do you want, we can repeat it a few times, even I find it difficult. Dvijo Pasrishtaha.
Dvijopasrishtaha
Yeah, and then the other words are still okay. Mopayatam,
Mopayatam
Pratiyantu.
Pratiyantu.
Yeah, I think the other words are okay, right? Dvijo Pasrishtaha. Okay. Dvija means the Brahman. Upasrishtaha. Okay. Yeah. Let's recite this. Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra. Mataji, are you there?
Oh, okay. I thought everyone should. Okay, I'll go ahead, Mataji. Can you please repeat one more time?
Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayantam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayantam pratiyantu vipra.
Ganga cha devi dhrita chittamishe.
Ganga cha devi drita chittamishe.
Ganga cha devi dhrita chittamishe.
Ganga cha devi drita chittamishe.
Dvijopasrishta kuhakastakshako va.
Vijopasrishtaha kuhakastakshako va.
Dvijopasrishta kuhakastakshako va.
Vijopasrishta kuhakastakshako va.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatha.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatah.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatha.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatah.
Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayantam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayatam, there's no yantam, okay? Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra.
Tammopayatam pratiyantu vipra.
Ganga cha devi dhrita chittamishe.
Ganga cha devi drita chittamishe.
Dvijopasrishta kuhakastakshako va.
Vijopasrishta kuhakas takshako va.
Dvijopasrishta kuhakastakshako va.
Vijopasrishta kuhakas takshako va.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatha.
Dashatvalam gayata vishnugatah.
Very nice, Mataji. Very beautiful recitation. Anjaneya, I saw you raised your hand. Definitely you will get a turn, okay? Any words stand out to any of this? It's a little bit tough, maybe, but any words stand out to you? Yeah, Anjaneya, go ahead if you can share any words that you want to share.
Yeah. Takshako is the snake bird, or like the
Guy, yeah.
Takshak. And Gayata Vishnugata is singing about the deeds of Vishnu.
Yeah, glories of Vishnu. Jai, very beautiful. Any other words? Ganga?
Yeah, and then Ganga is the Ganga Devi.
Very nice. Yeah. Anybody else wants to share? Vipra?
Vipra is the Brahmanas.
Yeah, very good. Wow, you know so many words. Vipra is like the learned person or the Brahmana. Very nice.
Drita is study, Mataji. Drita.
Which one, Mata?
Drita is study. Drita.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Dhrita is study. Dhrita Chittam. Yeah. Ganga cha Devi Dhrita Chittamishi. Let's try to see what Prabhupada translated this with. It's a little bit tough to guess. Let's say dhrita is taken into, like dharan. I think that's the root word, dhrita. Okay. Anjane, do you want to read the synonyms and translation, please?
Yeah, and I had one question.
Mhm, mhm.
So in the shloka, it says that it is takshako, but in the synonyms, it is showing takshakaha.
Mhm.
Why is that?
Yeah. Yeah, that is how the grammar of Sanskrit works, because takshaka is followed by va, right? So it's combined that way, takshako va. So, but when you're going word by word, then you end it with that aha, the that aha sound at the end, the visargaha, you give that. So like you say vipraha. So when you end, you have to give that aha sound like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I read it now?
Yeah, you can read.
For that reason, me, upayatam, taken shelter of, pratiyantu, just accept me, vipra, O brahmanas, Ganga, mother Ganges, cha, also, Devi, direct representative of the Lord, Dhruta, taken into, Chittam, heart, Ishe, unto the Lord, Dveja Upashrishtaha, created by the Brahmana, Kukuakaha, something magical, Takshakaha, the snake bird, Va, either, Dashatu, let it bite, Alam, without further delay, Gagayata, please go on singing, Vishnu Gata, narration of the deeds of Vishnu.
Jai. Do you want to read the translation?
Okay. Translation. O Brahmanas, just accept me as a completely surrendered soul, and let Mother Ganges, the representative of the Lord, also accept me in that way. For I have already taken the lotus feet of the Lord into my heart. Let the snake bird or whatever magical thing the Brahmana created bite me at once. I only desire that you all continue singing the deeds of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Jai. So who is the Brahmana being referred to here? Anybody? Who is the Brahmana who cursed Parikshit Maharaj?
Shringi, no, Mataji?
Yeah, Shringi. He's the son of?
Son of
Samik
Rishi.
Rishi.
Samik Rishi.
Samik Rishi. Very nice. Yeah. So this verse is spoken by Parikshit Maharaj, like we have in the Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna, towards the end, he surrenders, right, completely to Lord Krishna and says that, I'll follow whatever you say. So the same way in this verse, like this is the ending of the first canto. So here, Parikshit Maharaj, the history kind of is described all the way until, when this recitation of Bhagavatam happened. So in this, Parikshit Maharaj also is, reciting this, saying these words. He says, "O Brahmanas, just accept me as a completely surrendered soul and let Mother Ganges, the representative of the Lord, also accept me in that way. For I have taken the lotus feet of the Lord into my heart. Let the snake bird or whatever magical thing the Brahmana created bite me at once. I only desire that you all continue singing the deeds of Lord Vishnu." So who was he listening from? The Bhagavata Katha? Parikshit Maharaj was
Sudev
listening.
Goswami.
Yeah, from Shukadev Goswami. Very nice. Yeah, very nice verse. So this kind of ends the first canto. Anjane, you have a comment or a question?
Yeah, so is this shloka kind of like the shloka karpanya dosho pata swabhava prichame tvam dharma samudi chetra ya tresya nishishtitam ruitan me shishastayam shadi mam tam prapannam? Because
Yeah,
it's
that shloka is from the second chapter, right?
Mhm.
And in that shloka, Arjuna is actually surrendering to Krishna as a disciple. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam, he says.
Yeah.
So at that time, he's surrendering and asking Krishna to actually teach him the science of self-realization. So, so that is at the beginning, right? So, but in the last chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, there is this verse. Let me try to look up that verse. So, in which, where at that point of time, Arjuna kind of understands, like what Krishna is trying to preach to him. And then he says, I'll just, yatha, when Krishna says that, do what you think, like that,
Oh.
there's that verse, and let me see. Yeah, this one. This 73 third verse, Nashto moha smritir labdha, that verse. Sorry, I am so old age already. Yeah, let me quickly share this verse. This is the verse, right? You are referring to. So at this point of time, you see, Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, can you all see this verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, my dear Krishna, oh infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I've regained my memory by your mercy. I'm now firm and free from doubt, and I'm prepared to act according to your instructions. So at this point of time, he is, he's got that lesson from Lord Krishna, and he's, ready to act in whatever way Krishna has advised him so far. So in the similar vein, we see in this verse, like, Parikshit Maharaj has actually, the end of that canto, he's heard all these things from, the Takshak bird attacks and all this. So he goes for 7 days and listens to all this katha, and all those things happen. And then at the end of it, he says that, okay, now I don't care, like whatever happens, you all please sing the glories of the Lord. I'll just keep listening to it and leave my body. So he's also come to that kind of dhira state, like dhira, like a very sober state like that. Does that help, Anjaneya?
Yeah. And I had one more question. So that was the Srimad Bhagavatam told to Maharaj Parikshit just in it died 7 days? So then did Shukdev Goswami tell the whole Srimad Bhagavatam to him in just 7 days?
Yes, that's what he recites to him in 7 days.
Okay.
Which, of course, there is not a mention of it, but we also have heard of the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, right, by Sanatana Goswami.
Yeah.
So in that book, it is actually Parikshit Maharaj recites this summary to his mother, Uttara. Because Uttara is like, now please explain me what you have, because he's realized, right? He has gotten all the realizations, after listening to Shukadeva Goswami. So at that time, he recites to her before actually he leaves his body. He recites it to her, to his mother.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 2 recitations happening. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Great questions, Ananjay. And that makes me also think. Anybody else has any questions or thoughts or realizations, or we can wrap up for today?
Yeah, Mataji. Basically, like that sloka, Bhagavad Gita sloka, and this, that is beginning to act, and this is beginning, like end, how to leave the body. So that is like a beginning. I am confused what to do. Whatever you tell, I follow. But here is telling whatever magical thing going to happen, I accept it. So means how to leave the body. That's what Parikshit Maharaj is concluding.
Yeah, very nice, Prabhu. Yeah. Thank you all devotees for joining and sharing your thoughts and realizations and questions and time. So we'll meet again next week. We'll recite the Vaishnava Pranam mantra before we end. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai. And Matajis and Prabhujis, if you have if you think of any ideas how we can make the class more interactive and interesting, please do chime in. We have that WhatsApp group. You can always write your suggestions or ideas there. And thank you for joining. Hope to see you all next week.
Wait.
Mataji,
Hmm?
how can we join into that group?
Yeah, do you want to share your number with me? I can perhaps, put you on the group.
What is the WhatsApp, Mataji? Which WhatsApp group is that?
Let me, there is one WhatsApp group for this shloka class, in
Okay.
which we send out the timings or, reminders for the class. So
Yeah. You also
yeah,
add-
if you can share your number, I can add you all there, whoever is interested.
Yeah, Mataji, I have
Yeah,
sent
let
my
me,
phone number.
yeah, let me just copy that. One second. Are you on the other WhatsApp groups too, Anjanaya? Are you attending the other kids' classes too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because they're very interesting
kids' classes?
classes.
Kids classes, the timing is a bit busy for me because I have
Oh.
another Bhagavatam class with a senior devotee, so I can't join the kids class,
Oh, okay.
sadly.
So where are you on East Coast or?
East Coast. East Coast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the kids classes are also very nice. Like I think they start at 3:30, 4:30 EST until 5:30. So you can join that also. And there are other classes too going on, like Thursday, tomorrow evening, we have Bhagavatam summary, chapter wise summary. I think you will benefit from that too. There was
When-
another kid called Mukunda who used to attend. Just like you, very enthusiastic, maybe you are replacing him. He actually moved back to India. So maybe Krishna has sent you. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow evening, around the same time, 7:20, there is a Bhagavatam summary class. So you can attend, try to attend.
we will try to join that. I'll try.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I will add Srinivas Prabhu and Anjanea to the group. And thank you all devotees. I hope there's no more questions. We can pause here for today.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Hare
so much. Hare Krishna.
Very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.